we'd also like to introduce that we have John Board here, a former WCSU alum and previous Election Connection host. How are you doing?
Thanks so much for having me, guys. It's great to be back here. We've been doing this program for 14 years, and hey, we keep on getting better. It's a great night to be back here at the desk. Exciting presidential night. I don't think we're going to have a winner tonight due to how some of our voting laws are working. We can talk a little bit about that, but I think we probably want to just talk a little bit about Senator Murphy and his re-election. What is intriguing is Senator Murphy could very well be appointed Secretary of State if Kamala Harris becomes the 47th president. Now, under that scenario, Governor Lamont, would have 10 days to declare a vacancy in the seat, and 150 days then, which is about 5 months, to hold a special election for that. Now, what is interesting is there are several people who have already run for the seat in the past. If it's the Lieutenant Governor, Susan Bysiewicz, if it's the Attorney General, William Tong. I think you also have to keep your eye on Senator Matt Lesser from Middletown as well. So it's just because Senator Murphy won re-election, if Vice President Harris becomes President Harris, we very much could be looking at Secretary Murphy in a President Kamala Harris administration.
It's always exciting to see. And then we just had that interview with the Waterbury mayor there. And it's he said that it's looking like Jahana Hayes may also take a seat. It's looking like a bit of a blue sweep across our state here tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, Connecticut really has a history of being a moderate Democrat state. Republicans haven't won a statewide seat since Governor Rell did in 2006. So come the 2026 gubernatorial cycle, Republicans really have an opportunity. People like New Britain Mayor Aaron Stewart, Senator Heather Summers, they're powerhouses within the Republican Party that can challenge Governor Lamont or a potential successor if he doesn't decide to run for a third term.
It's absolutely interesting to count that in, especially when it comes to the fact that not only are these districts turning blue in Connecticut, but there does seem to be a kind of a bit of a wave, not just of blue, but also red across the nation. It seems like these are areas that kind of have a formula and they stick to it.
No, absolutely. And I mean, I think one place to look at is in Nevada. The Secretary of State a couple hours ago said young voters are coming out in waves, but they're having issues with curing signatures, which is a technical legal term for basically saying they need to match the signatures up with government documents. And young people, let's be honest, nowadays don't have the greatest penmanship in the world. So that's really something concerning for out in Nevada. And one of the reasons why we could be going several days. Now, I actually received a memo from the Harris campaign, and they actually published this, basically saying, it's not a sign of fraud. It's just the way it works. If we are waiting several days for results, states like Georgia, North Carolina, Colorado, and Florida should be done tonight. Theoretically, people, we're talking theory right now. But moving into tomorrow and into Thursday, we're looking at Pennsylvania and Michigan, Arizona, and Nevada, hopefully having a full number count. So the Harris campaign is really thinking, hey, by Thursday, Friday, we should know who the next president of the United States is, if it's going to be Donald Trump or if it's going to be Kamala Harris. Once again, her campaign is saying this isn't a sign of fraud. It's the way the system works. It's the way that it should be working out. Now, several governors have, and several secretaries of state have extended voting for various different issues, if it was mechanical issues or bomb threats or other issues across the nation. So things are looking very good in Pennsylvania, an 80% plus turnout.
Wow.
So, and mostly in presidential years, on average, we look at about 60, between 50 and 65. So it's looking like a very good night for civic engagement, no matter where we land after the vote.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people have come out and vote. So it's exciting
Absolutely.
to see.
And while you're on the topic of what happens after the vote, let's take a look at a story we have on that.